Welcome back, everyone, to yet another episode of Town and Country. I'm your host, Candace Blake. Now, today we're digging into women's health and wellness. Serving more than 70 counties, one organization is making it their mission to bring more awareness and resources to cervical cancer. They're called Southern Rural Black Women's Initiative. I'm joined now by community-based researcher, Dr. Eady. How are you?
I'm well, and you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Okay, now first things first, what made you want to join this organization?
I wanted to join SRBWI because they're a nonprofit composed primarily of Black women who are concerned about health care, of self-care, and about helping Black women to become advocates for themselves.
Yes, absolutely. Now let's talk a little bit about your business. Let's really dig into it, or excuse me, the organization that you're a part of. What exactly do you all offer?
Okay, the Southern Rural Black Women's Initiative actually services women in rural communities in the states of Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. And we teach women to be advocates for themselves. We help them to become entrepreneurs. We help them to become business leaders. And we actually help them to become advocates for their families as well.
Okay, now a word that you're seeming to use a lot is advocate. That is super important. Can you break down to us why?
Sure. Because you have to be an advocate for yourself. You have to learn how to ask questions. You have to learn how to support yourself, self-care. And so oftentimes when women go to the doctor, they're afraid to ask questions. They are intimidated by them. So we want them to be comfortable when they go to the doctor or when they go anywhere, to know that they have the right to ask questions and get the answers that they deserve.
That's right, 100%. Now, okay, let's talk about this because this is extremely important. When it comes to cervical cancer, who does it affect most and why?
Well, in 2022, the Southern Rural Black Women's Initiative actually completed a research study here in Georgia, and we focused on Baker, Coffee, and well as Wilcox counties. And we found out that African American women had a higher incidence of cervical cancer than white women. So we wanted to find out why, and that's primarily what the study is about.
Gotcha. So are you saying that we all don't necessarily understand why just yet, but maybe one day?
Well, we understand that many Black women get cervical cancer because of where they live. Believe it or not, your zip code affects whether you get cervical cancer or not. The further away you live from metropolitan cities, your chances of getting cervical cancer are higher.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, your title for this particular business is community-based researcher. Explain to us what exactly that is and what all you've had to do.
Sure. As a community-based research, I participated in doing the research study. I went into the communities and talked to 148 women. They told me their stories. I got to know them, respecting their privacy. We talked about their barriers that could affect their health care, to include things like insurance, not having insurance, not having transportation, not having a support system that they needed. And once we got all those stories together, we put them together in our report.
Got you. No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, that's fine. But as a researcher, that was our initiative, to go into the communities, get to know everyone in the community, and try to find out what was going on, why these Black women were getting cervical cancer.
Yes, absolutely. Now, you mentioned that that you particularly spoke with over 100 women.
Yes.
And you were also driving to Baker County,
yes.
Is that correct? Now, how long did something like that take?
Actually, the study, it took us about 18 months to complete the study. We did it in Baker, Coffee, and Wilcox County. And my target county was Baker County.
Yes, wow. Okay, now what's something that you definitely want to make sure you drive home to the people that are watching?
Sure, the most important thing that I want to drive home to the people now is that January is Cervical Cancer Month. And believe it or not, cervical cancer is one of the few cancers that can be eradicated simply by getting the HPV vaccine. Many women don't know that. So they need to be asking their physicians about getting the vaccine. It can be, and it is recommended that you start as early as 9 years old.
Yes, wow.
Yes, and get this series of shots that can eradicate cervical cancer, and we will be a much healthier world.
What is it that we still need to learn and understand about cervical cancer?
We need to learn and understand that it can be eliminated. It can be eliminated as long as the women advocate for themselves, ask questions when they go to physicians, and follow up, because the earlier it's detected, the better.
All right, awesome. Now, my last question is, where can people go to find more information?
Sure. If they want to contact me, you can reach out to me at www.srbwi.org, or I'll be happy to talk to anyone. My phone number is 229-881-5763, and we would love for them to go to our website, srbwi.org, and you can see the full report on cervical cancer in Baker, Coffee, and Wilcox counties.
Got it. Perfect. Well, thank you for making time for us today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, absolutely.